Hello and welcome to another mystery video. Today we're going to look at the first impressions of the Hunter. Now, usually if you've watched most of my videos, I start by going through the development notes. I do pre-read now because I'm not a Hunter main, and I always say, if you're watching these videos, take it for someone. I am an experienced player. I am a casual player, though in the sense of like I don't world first raid, I'm nothing big, but I do mythic raiding. I do PvP 3K. I play every class and spec. I have played since my first game. I think it was around Classic. I couldn't remember what I was doing, but I did play that, so I have a good knowledge of the game. And my goals in my videos are just making a simplistic guide. We're going to go through the notes. I'm going to talk you how it feels from a player that's at that casual playing field, I guess. When I think about when people say, "Oh, how this game is very," like, my opinions are really real because I really just pick up and play, and I have a pretty casual opinion, so most people like them. Developer notes. This is probably one of the biggest I have seen, which I was very surprised for Hunter. So there's a lot to get through here. Bear with us. First of all, the hero talents have pretty much all been reworked. They say that Black Arrow provides an unusual high amount of damage relative to the rest of Marksman and Beast Mastery. In Midnight, they're going to make adjustments to ensure the Dark Ranger effects don't overshadow the core abilities. So they don't want to make it feel like you're only a Black Arrow bot, which is definitely what I understand when we're raiding with the hunters in a guild. That's how they feel. So they've got new talents called Corpse Caller, where Marksman, a Black Arrow's periodic damage has a small chance to rouse the dead, summoning a dark minion to fight. Beast Master, when summoning a dire beast, you have a 10% chance instead summon a dark hound. So just these things, when I feel like reading a lot of this will just be, I don't think people will play, well, am I going to play the dark hound? No, they're going to be like, what sim's the best? And that's probably a lot of these changes. I don't see much gameplay changes. They're the things I'm more keen about. New talent, Wailing Dead. Bloodshed and True Shot summons a Dark Hound and minion and replaces Bloodshed and True Shot with Wailing Arrow. Wailing Arrow now additionally grants Death Blow, and its silence duration has been reduced by 1 second. So a bit of change to the interrupt silence. New talent, Blighted Quiver. You fire 2 additional black arrows during Withering Fire's barrage. Trick Shot aspect of Hydra bonus increased by 10%. Beast Cleave and Kill Cleave bonus 10%. Cool. More damage. Back to the Hollow. Aim Shot causes the Dark Minion to fire Blighted Arrow, dealing moderate shadow damage to nearby enemies. Kill Command causes your Dark Hound to Shadow Thrash, dealing damage. Cool. So just more, again, does this, do damage. The Black Arrow update. This is more important here. Periodic damage increased substantially and is no longer a rolling periodic. So by making Black Arrow's periodic effects a rolling periodic didn't move the dial in terms of its power, so we're opting to simplify it and increase its damage substantially. Our goal is to have Black Arrow's periodic damage be more potent area of effect. Tuning knob, now that it can easily be mass applied by Umbral Reach. Since it no longer has a rolling periodic, this won't impact the power periodic effect in single target dramatically. So it gets more to put the burst of AoE they like, but they don't like the single target. Soul Drink has been updated. Can now cause Kill Command Barb Shot to have a chance to grant Death Blow. And then in Marksman aimed and Rapid Fire cause Death Blow. Black Arrow has been updated. No longer have a chance to grant Death Blow. Now increase auto shot damage. In Midnight, we'd like the best way to generate Death Blows to be casting your core spells, so removing the proc from auto attacks and adding a new stronger source of Soul Drinker. So I guess trying to make it more auto feel and that you're playing those procs. Banshee's Mark has been updated, now increases critical strikes of Blake Arrow, cool. Simmet. The Belt Holes has been updated, increased pet damage and die beast damage, great. The Belt Holes has not proven to be a reliable of tuning knob as we'd like, so we're simplifying and focusing it on its bonuses. Phantom Pain has been removed. Beast Mastery, Withering Fire has been updated, now activates Bloodshed. Withering Fire has been updated, now activates from Bloodshed, so just different ways it gets activated. Black Arrow Keystone talent now grants Black Arrow for Beast Mastery. Cool. Now we get to the pack leader. Like, look how many of these things. I think, like, new talents, more mastery, auto attack focus, more damage. Like, these are all just new forms of talents of how it plays. The damage of women increased by 5%. The damage of rend. Casting Beastal Wrath or 10 grants power of the pack leader cause your next kill command to rouse the wildlife in a stampede. Charging a target and dealing heavy physical damage. Wild Bomb and Barb Shot. Damage reduced, now 100% additional kill command, Hog Strider, no longer a fix. Yeah, Lacaire when a bear is summoned, 2 die beasts, okay, update, blah, blah, blah. Here's an interesting one, an update that we need. How the pack leader, this is an effect. So boar now charges once per summon, was 3 times. Boar charge primary, second targets increased by 300%. So it charges once. Okay, so it does bonus. The pack leader, especially on beast mode, creates a lot of visual noise. So they've just reduced visually how many balls are coming out and just buffing the damage, so it doesn't look too overwhelming. Okay, it doesn't change your gameplay, it just looks better. Bear damage, bear base damage and stats were scaling by 40%. The pack leader bear will continue to be one of the more powerful summons, but would like to reduce its impact relative to other pack leader summons. Okay. Shell cover has been updated. Survival Fiddle now summons a turtle to aid you, further increasing its damage reduction. So a bit more of a DR, which is always nice for the hunter who's on the ground all the time. And the removed event fangs leave the front. In survival, die summons have been updated. Kill command now reduces the cooldown of pack leader, and ramp strike now reduces by 1 second. And then we have Sentinel that had a huge chance. So Sentinel has been rebuilt and redesigned for Midnight. Our goal was this updating their targeting the keystone and capstone, since it was a majority of the tree's complexity stemmed. This update version of Sentinel should provide more active and directed gameplay, requiring less tracking, be more deeply ingrained to the playstyle of Marksman Survival, all while being less viable and audibly noisy. Okay, so just making it more proc. Again, new talents. Everything's new in this space. So you're going to take it. How are you going to sim? After this does affect, after casting True Shot, taking its place of the Moonlight Chakram. Throw a Chakram blessed with Moonlight your targets. Will definitely deal 7 damage and bounce. Throwing your Moonlight Chakram grants you lock and load. When your Moonlight Chakram expires, it summons an explosion of Moonlight. Your Moonlight Chakram deals 24 each damage. I mean, if the Chakram is new, this is cool. I like the Moonlight Chakram. Reminds me very of a Night Elf kind of in the trees kind of vibe hunter. More damage to Chakrams. You can do a Chakram build we can look at. Consuming increase. Sentinel when it has a plus Sentinel mark. Cool. Just reducing cooldowns and marks out. Critical strike bonuses. More damage to volley. More damage to wild bomb. No changes here. New talent. Your movement screed. Enemy detection radius. That's weird. Feathered Frenzy further increases your chance to summon an owl. Summons an owl. So your eagle is replaced with a sentinel owl that applies an enhanced sentinel's mark. Sentinel's mark increases damage taken from aim shot by 30%. Survival. Rapid Strike's chance to summon an owl to the aid that descends from the skies and applies sentinel's mark target. Sentinel's mark increase damage from wildfire bomb. Okay, so you cast, Raptor, Sentinel Owl comes down, does more damage. Lunar Storm's been redesigned. When Sentinel Mark is consumed, it summons a barrage of fallen and missiles, so trying to proc and then get the drop. Don't Look Back's been redesigned. Consuming Sentinel's Mark grants you an absorb shield, so more defensive, which is cool. Vigor Pulse is redesigned. Steady Shock, Cool Command, Digital Focus, and they've removed Catch Out, Crescent Steel, Extrapolated Shots, Eyes Closed, Kill Shot, Overwatch, Reasonable Load, Sentinel Prison, Sentinel Watch, Sideline, and Synthetic Arsenal. Symphonic, sorry. Hunter's Marksman Hunter now increases target's damage by 3% with 5% of buffed health. With the Hunter's Mark to be more broadly appealing and easy to use, so we're simplifying its effect and buffing it. Great. Let's actually get to some classes. Let's have a look. Beast Mastery. So they've really reworked all the Sentinel trees here, okay? Trying to make it easier, trying to make them dominated, but still just be passively there and doing some crazy little effects. For me, I like the idea of this, if the owl hasn't been there before, coming down and proccing. Beast Master rounds now have a fantasy of a consistent, reliable, and powerful pet source attack, and that's what we're looking to learn to move into Midnight. We're reducing the number of conditions, auras, and modifiers on Barb Shot to make it easy to spend as it's available. We've grown fond of Beastal Wrath shorter cooldown and such, removing Barb Wrath's dynamic cooldown reduction effect and saving a Beast Wrath a flat 30 seconds when fully talented. I think that's Beastal Wrath's the best button in this, and making it super come a cooldown, epic. I think making, having to track Barb Shot stacks, if that's what they're doing, awesome. Multi-shot has been an odd place. I agree. We're giving an update because we need to replace in the Beast Mastery Spectre with a new pet source attack that deals substantial AoE while also activating kills like Beast Cleave and Kill Cleave. Where the spell feel more powerful, contributing mainly to area damage. Bloodshed and Call of the Wild all felt they're both competing for a similar role of cooldown that summoned a few more units to fight for you. As such, we moved Call of the Wild and focusing on Bloodshed as an extra cooldown to get extra base to attack your enemies. So trying to reduce, simplify like all the other classes. But the change to make of Kill Shot a marksman ability, Dark Range will learn Black Arrow as a separate ability if they choose a hero talent. So you've lost Kill Shot. I think Kill Shot felt too cluttery in BM. Apex silencers are not here, so we can't look at that. So new talent, the Beast Within, reduce the cooldown of Beastal Wrath. Wild Thrash commands your pets to attack all enemies near them. That's our new ability, so Wild Thrash is pretty cool. Frenzy increases pet attack. Jagged Wounds, all bleed damage with you and your pets increased by 10%. Thrill the Hunt has been redesigned. It does Critical Strike 2 and 4. Training Expert has been redesigned. Now increases pet 2 by 4. Brutal Companion has been redesigned. Barb shows 25 chance to use a special attack. These are all things you're just going to sim. Feathering Hooves has been redesigned. Stomp increased by 30%. Bestial Wrath commands all active pets. Okay, so a bit of AoE talents. Serpentine Strike's been redesigned. Now increases the critical damage of Cobra Shot. Bloody Frenzy's been redesigned. When you use Bloodshed, your Barb Shot damage of time happens 100% faster. Wild Instinct's been redesigned. Whenever your primary pet uses Stomp, you'll fire 3 Barb Shots. Barb Shot's been updated. Is now a rolling periodic. Dire Frenzy's been updated. War Order's been updated. Kill Command. Beast Cleave duration is to 8 seconds. Beast Cleave activates when you Wild Thrash rather than multi-shot. Okay, so they've just swapped multi-shot to Wild Thrash to kind of make it, I guess, not marksman-y and more hunter, like more pet-y, I guess. And they've removed Barb Wrath, Hunter Spray, Multi-Shot, Poison Barb, Circumcised, and Wild Call. This is BM here, and I've put in some talents. Of course, you have them all. I'm not max level when I do these videos, unfortunately. So, this is the How of the Pack Leader. When in combat, everything you'll summon the aid of a beast, and I can... when I cast Bestial at procs, I've gone into Wild Thrash and Beast Cleave. I wonder if I can also get Kill Cleave here to get my AoE traits. I don't know if I can. I guess we can reduce the cooldown, don't we? Get rid of the focus and we'll just do some more cleaves so we can see our Kill Command Cleave build here. Everybody M+, right? Do you want to see the raid cooldowns? I don't know. So, I guess we just like Barb Shot. I'll go into Bestial Wrath. I'm just Kill Command here. I'll make him Cleave. Look at all these... Bro, look at all these apes, man! I guess it's like people say, it's like depend what area you're in. Oh, I should have done that too. So we just say like just natural Cleave. I don't know what this feels like right now. Like why I'm so raid. Like I'm starved. Like look how much I'm waiting to press a button right now. Just because of stats early on, like, wow. Good base still again there. Barbie, I'll build up for the Cleave. I mean, they've just changed a multi-shot to a Cleave. I mean, the best thing about BAM is you can move and cast. This feels like, I don't know if I'm missing a talent here. What's going on here? Cobra Shot. No, that's it. I don't know how. Could be that I'm just missing some extra generations here. Here, the auto shot lethal barbs might make it generate a bit better. I mean, not full level. I mean, it's pretty simple. Like, the BM's what it should be. It's a simple class. They've reduced dealing with the barb shop uptime. They've got a new version to make the cleave not multi-shot, which I think is cool. And then you get the procs. And then you can play Dark Ranger. Gives us an extra button. I guess we can try it. I don't know how the proc will spread us all our buttons on cooldown here. Definitely the wings visual is very nice, I think, for this class. Back arrows off cooldown. Does it fit really into the build of BAM though? I don't know. At least it feels just another proc you can play here. I guess like with hero talents, it's like I think definitely the pack is way better. If I was playing BM, I want all the pets and not shooting just this random black arrow, but I know black arrow has been the one that's simming the best, so I guess it will come down to sims and what the players want. I do feel like there are times I'm not pressing buttons though, and I'm hoping that once you have full talents, that's not the case for people playing at home. But yeah, so it's just clarity, really come clean up at BAM and trying a whole new bunch of new talents, which will just affect how much it plays. Not much to the, I don't think, to the rotation or build. You can see the Wild Thrash and Beast Cleave is now the option for your cleave. On the other side seems to be a lot of kill command damage. You've got a lot of bleed damage we were reading on, so maybe which is kind of interesting. You're kind of turning into a dot bleed class. Let's have a look at Marksman, I think. We're generally pleased with the state of Marksman after Undermined and Ghost of Crush updates, but there are a few bigger things we'd like to address as we move into Midnight. Most notably, introduction of streamline as a core mechanic for marksmen inflated the amount of cast time reduction marksman hunters have access to, while also contributing extra aura to attack. Okay. Aim shot is meant to be a long cast that is worth the wait, as its cast time reduces, so it must its damage, and we feel that flies in the face of what aim shot should be about. As such, will be removing streamline, increasing aim shot's damage. So they're trying to make aim shot feel like it should be a big long shot. They don't like how short cast it was. While explosive found as a home is a guaranteed way to lock and load and goes crash, we feel it's healthier for the spec as a whole to distance itself from explosive shot and instead focus on more fantasy forward spells like volley and kill shot spells that more often than more competing with it for rational priorities. Speaking of kill shot, we are removing it from hunter class tree and letting it marksman fully own the execute niche it provides. True shot is gaining some cooldown reduction, cast time reduction, and focuses reduction to compensate for the removal of streamline. So streamline is a big talent, guys, that you guys are not happy that you lost. I'd be interested to hear in your comments. No 8 big talents. So we got Deathblow, aim shot, 20% chance to reset the cooldown of kill shot. Critical damage abilities and auto has been increased. Shrapnel shot's been updated, now grants lock and load when you volley. So they're trying to replace they're reducing the amount of numbers, simplify, and changing that black arrow proc to mean now lock and load. Aspect drive has been updated, now includes kill shot, black arrow. Tensile bowstring's been updated, no longer extends true shot, now reduces the cast time and focus cost of aim shot during true shot. Bullet hell's been updated, now reduces the cooldown of volley. On target's been updated, now grants 2% haste. Penetration shot's been updated, crit damage bonus reduced to 25%. Marksman Master has been updated, now has a cause to bleed for 10%. Marksman likes Critical Strike a bit too much, so we're bringing it in slightly. We fully expect Critical Strike to remain a chase and Power Staff and Marksman after these adjustments. Okay. So they're trying to make it not as much of a crit class. Aim shot damage increased by 50%. Bullet hell is now a choice node with shrapnel shot. True Shot's toolkit has been updated to reflect better various providers of talents. Salvo's toolkit has been updated to communicate effective explosive shot. Fix an issue using unmatched precision, and they've removed double tap. Yo, double tap? Dude, I think that's like when I hear MM, they love double tap. Improved death blow, improved streamline, moving target, fragment streamline, and tactical reload. So we know volley. Okay, so I can either have a pet or have the bird. Cunning or tenacious. True shot. My cooldown. Kill shots on this side. On target obsidian. Okay. That's enemy talent set. There's our volley. So if we play black arrow right now, geez, how many buttons we have here? Okay. So this is my cool. I'm gonna mark. Cooldown. I just shoot out my rapid fire. Then volley. Okay, I must have volleyed a mark. And black arrow, black arrow. Rapid fire. Black arrow, black arrow. Aim shot. Black arrow, aim shot. Back to doing rapid fire. Black arrow. Like, am I supposed to playing arcane at, like, I guess AoE? I'm supposed to be doing this with my AoE build. When do you... This is quite difficult to understand what I'm supposed to be pressing here. I have a lot of options. Black arrow. If I was like... Rapid fire, black arrow. Like if I'm doing AoE, I feel like I'm doing multi-shot, but it's like, when do I aim shot? As volley, I'll put in a better position. Steady. My question here for you, MM, is like, actually, what is arcane shot for? Why is it here? Why has it not been simplified? I don't like aim shot and steady shot. Like, what? I have so many different shots. That's very confusing. Maybe this is more talented, like rapid fire grants precise shots. Maybe I could go more into AoE. For AoE, I guess there's difference in AoE. I could reduce stuff, but I feel like, yeah, I'd have to look. Let's see if I look at aim shot. Consuming precise shot reduces cost of aim shot. 100% chance of aim shot. So there's a lot of builds you can go and aim shot build, it looks like. Is like trick shocks now causes aim shot and rapid fire to ricochet to do additional targets. It looks like you can do an aim shot build, maybe. You could do a volley build, it looks like. Yeah. There's a lot there. Like, I would have to, I think a MM would have to look and say what's going on here. How they feel. For me, that feels like, I don't know if I'm about this. Straight after coming to BM, it's like, what am I pressing here? I mean, I love rapid fire as an ability. Black arrow, then I multi, then I guess I aim shot. Multi. Now I have to steady shot because I have nothing. I guess if I can't rapid fire or I can't multi, that's where I'd aim shot, and on single target I would aim shot as a filler. Maybe, yeah. Okay. That's a black arrow. Let's have a look at Sentinel. And we gotta remember, I've done a few of these like classes now. Like that class feels, and you know, people can give me in the chat, I don't care, but that felt like, you know, what am I doing? Okay, so your next aim shot increases mark damage to the target. So let's change some talents to do like maybe just a single target aim shot build. Like we wouldn't need volley on a single target, surely. I'll take everything that has. Press everything that has aim shot in it. But really, I shouldn't be multi-striking here. Buff. Big arrows. Aim shot. Then I'd arcane. An aim shot. This feels a little more simplistic, I guess. Very like focus generates. Like, okay, I can arcane here, now I can't arcane. You have to really count your shots. You know, other classes you can. It's very like, I think initial. It's like, here, okay, I can aim shot here. Can I aim shot after this one? Yes, I can. Now, can I arcane after this one? Yes, I can. Like, working out when you can arcane. I'll see there. I was like, oh, my aim shot came back. This is where a class where surely there'll be buffs or be able to tell for new players like what is going on. I'd be interested to see really a lot of this video. I'm actually very keen to people's feedback because that feels very underwhelming as a Marksman Hunter. I don't know. That doesn't feel too fun. Well, for me anyway. All right, survival. Let's have a look at the final class, shall we? Dun. Dun 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 dun. Okay, as we head to midnight, we continue to refine and focus Survival Hunter's fantasy, giving clearer playstyle, gameplay, and visual direction. Over the course of Alpha, we'll be reintroducing one-handers into Survival's pool for available weapons. Cool, which means we'll also be looking to distance Survival from its spear-only identity, as it's had since the year of the spear, dude. Okay. I think people are happy about that. People love double weapons. We'll be doubling down to Survival's relationship with its pet and new talents that create independency between the hunter's damage and their pet's damage. Additionally, we're leaning into the rugged, crafty, and bomb-centric fantasy we explored in War Within with a new fire grenade called Flame Pitch and a new visual called Boomstick, and a host of new wildfire talents. Survival Hunter's substantial number of abilities that were competing for attention at a given time. Corner Assault and Flanking Shot recombined a burst cooldown called Takedown. So, simplify. We also made tough decisions to redesign Mongoose Spy. We've confident that simplifying Mongoose Spy will allow us to cover more interesting design, space, survival, both now and in the future. Lastly, man, we'd like to our Hunter's area to come from the explosive. Wildfire, Boomstick, and Flaming as such, removing butchery and associated effects. We expect Raptor Swipe to provide meaningful and exciting moments in AoE in your chunky explosive spells. So, we have apex talents for this class. Raptor Swipe. So, Raptor Swipe has a chance to be a swipe. Your takedown has a chance to give you that swipe. Your swipe gets you, so you just have a chance of doing a big swing attack. Survival Hunter's now able to dual wield. I think that's really fun. New ability, Hatchet Toss. This is super. As they throw an axe, it's 30 focus cost replaces Arcane Shots. So they've just swapped it out. It's good for a little proc I've seen. Your damage would provoke a pet attack, dealing physical damage. New talent is takedown. So this is our like leap to the target. You get a 20% damage buff when you do it. So there's talents around takedown. There's a bleed increase. Strike. 2-minute strike is 1 damage, 2 additional enemies. So a bit of a cleave. A raptor strike increases damage of raptor by 10%, 8 seconds, and there's an overlap. In Midnight, we're looking to distance survival from the demands and cognitive load of Mongno Blast Mongo's Fury. Remove the complexity and more exciting parts of the key. The unique animation of the Mongols have been preserved with this change. So they've just taken another bow down and just put it within your raptor strike to make it simple. Shrapnel Bomb. Wildfire's effect is now bleed. Interesting. All fire damage increased by 15%. You can now get an ability called Flame Fang Pitch, where you toss a fiery explosion. Wildfire moving throwing a flame pitch lets you build your weapon with flame. Gaining stack of Mongos. This will be determining which one's the best. Then you get Boomstick. Unlocks a series of 4 shotgun blasts. In my we're reaching one-hand weapons survival hunters. Okay. They have Shell Shock, your Boomstick damage increase. Mongoose, Boomstick, all about Boomstick. Then some more bombs, explodes. Some mastery. Some buffs to baseline for the AoE. Some takedowns. The flank has been upped to now cause to strike additional targets. Stacks, just some more stack damage. Like a lot of stuff here, and all these changes. Like we've introduced new spells. Now these are the spells that get the bonuses in your talent tree. And you're just going to be simming and play to which style you like. Increases damage, wildfire. The new gameplay, you down instead of quick shot is now quick toss, so you throw a hatchet. Kill command now replaces steady shot when learned. So if you go to survival tree, you don't use steady shot anymore, you have kill command as your build. Wildfire damage, rapid strike change, butchery damage increased. Wildbomb no longer causes a focus cost, that's interesting. Kill command no longer has a cooldown. Wow, okay. Improve the node. We've lost Alpha Predator, Bombardier, Born to Kill, Butchery, Contagious, Cornered Assault, Color Herd, Deadly Duo, Flanking Strike, Through the Eagle, Grenade Juggler, Merciless Blow, Monkey Spy Ranger, Relentless Prime Ferocity, Ruthless Mortar, Spearhead. Okay. They've changed everything there around, like, they've changed the class. So, maybe if we look at Boom. How do I spell Boom there? What is it? Boomstick? Where's Boomstick? How do I... Boomstick, not Boomstick. Boom. So maybe we'll go into some talents here so we can see the Boomstick bonus. It's like none of these really have a Boomstick feel. And then we can look at the bomb build. So a few buttons here. Oh, we need to get a... You don't get 2 single-handed, unfortunately, in the set, so I can't show you what it looks like. So we got a lot of buttons still. Let's just pop our cooldowns on Leap. This is Boomstick, which is funny. Concoction. Wildfire Bomb's no cost, and then I guess I'm just Raptor Striking. And I build with Kill Command, which pops that. I don't know the rotation here, but I'm sure you would use that earlier when you pop. Wildfire, and I just Kill Command and Raptor Strike, and you have a lot of good movement here. Popping my bomb, Raptor, Kill Command. They're kind of good. So you're building off your pets. I've got my guy in the air, he's helping out. Bombs. Fire Concoction. Bit of like, and I was a bit like, this is just chaos. You get what he said, the hunters, like, it's pretty cool, like, you're surviving, you're trying to build what you have, kind of vibes. Okay, so just like natural cleave, and like it's pretty easy. It's definitely a class who's like build, generate, and then when the other buttons come off cooldown, press those buttons, right? Like, and send it. I don't know, that's like single target the Boomstick, unfortunately. Okay. And then maybe we'll swap over. So what was we have Wildfire. Maybe we go down. Like, I feel maybe Boom's more single target. Wasn't really cleaving much, was it? Oh, we made a talent into the bloody... my Raptor Strike. Do a wildfire. This way you need all the talents, unfortunately. There's like a lot more talents proccing like wildfire over than boomstick. Boomstick's just a... So we're in Sentinel now. Hopefully we'll see the Raptor Strike at least. Okay, for some reason I didn't swap. Am I crazy? Okay. I hit activate, but it didn't swap. Apologies for the video. I was like, what? Why is there... So wildfire increases our... How do I summon my eagle here? Oh, none of my talents changed, guys. Please, my video. Sorry, guys. Okay. We want the Raptor Strike. We want to go into wildfire. Jesus, what is going on? And then I wanted to look at what? Get these two out, and we can pick up this one. This one. Okay. Get away from boomstick. So I guess, yeah, this feels quite nice. I would say a lot of people are going to play Survival Hunter. I like the builds. I think the pack command is cool. I want to see the consume of the lunar missiles. I feel like there was just some way, like this kind of like Sentinel vibe doesn't really suit with this chaotic survival guide. Like, why have you got this like pretty night of hour with this like bombs of chaos? I think it's nice. The build up between kill command as your actually builder is really nice. Okay. Cooldowns, bomb, there goes our eagle. Does feel more chaotic. You know what I mean? Like if that was like a further bomb explosion. You definitely feel more... Saw the bigger swing there for the strike. And the flames on our weapon looks kind of visually cool as well here. So it looks like you're going to have a lot of like initial burst on packs. And then you're sitting till you can throw down again. I can see definitely solo hunters be happy about these changes. The question is like how will it perform? Sim wise, cooldown wise. You are definitely a melee hunter. Like looking at the animations of your weapon looks cool. Like I think they've done a good changes here for survival. And you definitely feel like you have like a single target build with the boomstick becomes your single target. And then this like wildfire bomb spec is like your AoE. Does that mean then, you know, in like M+, because you can only do one or the other? I know Paladins talk about that kind of issue of single target versus like AoE. They can do one or the other, so it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But I think some really cool visual changes for this class, and it plays quite fun. This is probably my favorite out of the all three classes. Survival and Midnight. I've been Mr. E. I hope you enjoyed this breakdown. If you, of course, like, subscribe, follow. If you see me from TikTok, look at that. And I'll see you next time for the next video. Peace out.